covering up the return address here, but I'm pretty disappointed with the packaging on this bag. There's a handbag inside here, a special handbag, and it should not be packaged in an envelope. This should have been sent in a box. So I hope there's nothing wrong with the bag. Let's dig in. Stay tuned to see what it is. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community posts on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals and discount codes and sales and rare finds like this one related to these beautiful things we love. Again, I'm very disappointed in the packaging. I was not expecting this to be shipped in a bag, just a little paper bag here, and I really expected a lot better. Every other bag that I've purchased recently has been shipped very well in boxes and protected, and this is ridiculous. This bag, there's no protection at all. It is just tossed into this USPS bag and shipped off where it can be crushed, and Lord knows what else could happen to it. So I just took it out of the bag, and let me hold it up. It's a much darker color than I thought it was based on the photographs that I saw. That's all right. Here's the bag. It is another vintage Coach classic pouch or classic shoulder bag. Here's the strap on it. This is an old bag. This is from the 70s as far as I know. In the photographs, I'll put a photo up here. It looks a much lighter blue, does it not? Of course, these were out in the sun. Checking the little trim here, I couldn't tell if it was cracked or if it's just wrinkled. And it's just wrinkled for sure. Okay, let me give it a little inspection, and then I will stuff it so it looks better and then show it to you guys. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that the leather is more stiff on this bag than it is on the other two that I have, or on any of the other vintage Coach bags that I have. Other than that, everything looks good. It looks authentic. I'll get my other bag that's this age to compare it to. Let me hold it a little closer just so you can see the leather a little better. I know that in some of the bags that I've seen videos on and photographs of and listings where the bag is listed as blue or navy, the blue is very dark, like almost black. A lot of people can't even tell it's blue. Here's the first thing I have to compare it to, my black scrunchie. So maybe that will help you see that this is blue. Or have my black pouches from Dress Up Your Purse. Hold that up so you can see the difference in the color. So it does look like it's in great shape. It doesn't have corner wear, anything like that. It does almost feel, the very slightest way, a little bit sticky perhaps. But the hardware looks good. It has the hang tag. It has all the stuff that it's supposed to have. Inside the flap, it has this pocket here, which I've not looked in yet. And that looks good. It just doesn't feel as soft. It has a very slight musty odor, which is normal for a bag this age, of course. There's the zipper on the back, and there's the Coach Creed. This was during the times when they were doing serial numbers, so it doesn't have the model number of the bag, or the style number, which for this bag is 9170. The zipper, very smooth. The zipper pull looks like that. There's nothing written on it. Let me stuff this so you can see what it's supposed to look like, and then, like, not just all flat and smushed. And then I'll get my tan bag that came directly from Coach, the one that I purchased from Coach that was a vintage restored piece, and we can look at those side by side. All right, I stuffed the blue bag, and here are the three that I have currently of the classic pouch. So you see the blue here, the tan here, and the mahogany here. Just wanted to give you an idea of how they look. Compare them next to each other so you can see that they do all look the same. And then these two are both, I believe, from the 70s, and they're both stamped made in New York City. This one, the mahogany, is from the 90s. So I'm going to put that aside and just do a quick comparison of these two bags to make sure everything looks legit. And the reason that I wanted this is because one of the things that I've done in trying to think strategically about building a little vintage Coach collection is I've noticed that black is the easiest color to find of just about any bag, and then British tan is the second easiest. And then after that it gets a little more difficult. Maybe mahogany would be third, but then it gets a little more difficult to find some of the other colors. So I wanted to get some of the other colors to have a more varied collection, so not all my bags are black, British tan, and mahogany. So that's why I kept the tan bag, because that's a difficult color to find from what I've seen so far. And you can find blue bags. It's, I think, easier to find these than it is tan. It's been my experience so far. Anyway, I wanted to just have more variety of color and everything in the collection. So there is the front of the two bags, and there's the side. There's the back of the two bags next to each other, and the other end, the other side, the bottoms of the bags and the tops of the bags. There's inside the front flap. I mean, everything's looking good to me, right? I don't see anything that's off. One thing I think maybe was different, maybe not, yeah, it is different, is the zipper pull. I don't know much of anything yet about the zippers on these bags. I know that this tan bag that came directly from Coach, I'm going to put the flap down where the zipper hangs out and you can see it a little better. But I know that this one is authentic because it came directly from Coach. And you see how it's a few chain links and it ends in that circle. And then on the blue one, it has a few chain links, but then before you get to the circle, you have this flat piece. And the circle part is rounded, like the edges of the circle, it's round like a tube. Whereas this one is a little flatter. And it's hard to say because I still don't know enough yet. You guys educate me, please, if you know more than I do about it. The bags that are stamped made in New York City, they don't have dates on them. And I have heard that these bags are from maybe as early as the 60s and as late as sometime in the 80s. So it's certainly possible that they changed their zipper pulls in that time. I'm comparing the creeds on them right now, and just eyeballing it here, they look the same to me. It looks good. Despite being shipped poorly, it really looks fantastic. I'm very happy with it. It does have that one little dent there. I think I knew about that. I think you can see it has a few scratches, but they aren't like the tan bag that had that little cut in the top. It still has it, but it looks really good. It could use a cleaning. There's a little bit of like the green stuff that develops on the edges of brass. The strap looks legit, the cut of it and how everything is made, the materials seem good. So it seems to me to be a legit Coach bag as far as I can tell. So I'm happy to have it in my collection ultimately. And in addition to these three colors, the mahogany, the tan, and this blue, there are still two other bags of this style, the classic pouches, that I'm considering getting. And actually I purchased another one this morning, but it's a different version of this. It's as far as I can tell, it's a classic pouch through and through, except when you open this front pocket, or the flap I mean, this front pocket here is a drawstring, and I got that in a really nice rust color, which is a red-orange. So we'll see how that looks in person. I think it's going to be more red than orange. We shall see. I'm okay with this bag being navy, but I really, from the pictures, thought it was going to be a lot lighter blue than this. So I'm not disappointed with that. It's just different from what I expected. But anyway, I'm considering still two other classic pouches. One in British tan that is in brand new condition. I think the seller said it's never been used. It's from the 90s. And then the other one is another New York City bag, and it's in a green color. The only thing with that is it has some very minor damage, and I don't know if I should get it because of that. It has, I don't know, one of the little corners here, there's like a small rip in the leather, and that's a place that's used a lot, and it's a 50-year-old bag, so you would expect that those bags are going to have some wear and maybe some damage, and it looks like a well-used bag, but that particular color of green is really pretty, and I'd like to add it. It's also a little expensive. It's a little more than $200. This one I paid just over $100 for. The one from Coach was $450 because I bought it from Coach. Ugh. And then the mahogany one I paid $100 for. So that's my classic pouch collection for now. Glad to add this one. Still thinking about the other ones. It's just such a perfect everyday bag. It's very casual, but it's also very useful. Also thinking about a stewardess bag, which is similar but bigger, and it has a couple more pockets. I'm also about to unbox another bag, and I'm not sure when this video will go up because I don't know yet the order of all these, but it'll be my birth year bag. And I'm really looking forward to opening that one. I think that, I haven't seen it in person, but I think that's going to be my favorite, like, ultimate vintage Coach bag in my collection. Every time I've come across it when I've been looking at all the vintage Coach bags, I'm just drawn to it and in love with it. And I won't tell you too much about it because I need to film that video. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.